The Wa Circuit Court has convicted and sentenced a 55-year-old businessman for possessing and peddling restricted drugs without a license, contrary to Section 110 of the Health Professionals Regulatory Bodies Act, Act 857/2013. The court took the decision after the accused person, Saidu Al-Hassan, pleaded guilty to peddling highly restricted milligrams of tramadol and engaging in the unregulated sale of foreign cigarettes to consumers. Citi News' Latif Mahama was at the court and brings the following report.
Police prosecutors, led by ACP Albert Adita, prosecuting at the Wa Circuit Court, presided over by Jonathan Avogo, explained that Saidu Al-Hassan was arrested in his hideout on 24th April upon painstaking police intelligence. The prosecution said a search was conducted in his room and 20 boxes of 120 grams of tramadol, 4 boxes of 225 milligrams of tramadol, several boxes of Timaking, also a restricted drug, and 2 boxes and 8 bundles of cigarettes were found. Section 110 Clause 1B of the Health Professionals Regulatory Bodies Act, Act 857/2013 prohibits the sale of restricted drugs, such as tramadol, without a valid license. According to the law, a person who engages in the sale of restricted drugs commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine of not less than 2,000 penalty units and not more than 5,000 penalty units, or a term of imprisonment of not more than 10 years or both. The accused person pleaded guilty to selling the drugs and was convicted and sentenced to a fine of 2,000 penalty units, equivalent to 24,000 Ghana cedis, or in default a 3-year jail term. Before pronouncing the sentence, Judge Avogo expressed concern over the rising incidence of drug peddling and the attendant effect on the youth in the region, and urged the public to desist from the illegal trade.
The consumption of narcotics is a serious matter, and it is at the heart of criminal activities in town. Hardly will you prosecute anybody without the person confessing to taking tramadol, especially, more particularly tramadol. Tramadol has overtaken all other narcotic substances, even including Indian hemp. Now tramadol is the latest thing in town.
It was also established at the court that the accused person was earlier arrested by the Food and Drugs Authority and was charged an amount of 20,000 Ghana cedis, but that appeared not enough to deter him from the illicit trade.
Police picked up this Saidu Al-Hassan for selling and registered different strengths of tramadol. Then this same Saidu Al-Hassan was picked up by the Food and Drugs Authority on the 5th of March, last month, 2024. Then he was involved in selling tramadol. When we entered the shop, the good thing is that he doesn't have a licensed shop. He has a prohibition shop where he sells this tramadol. When we entered the shop that day, we picked just a blister and an empty box of tramadol. So we sent him to the police station, and he came and we gave him a letter. This is a high-risk crime, but he paid administrative charges, and he's still under investigation from the police.
The court ordered for the destruction of the drugs and further directed the police to mount surveillance on the activities of the accused. The consumption of restricted drugs such as tramadol is reported to be one of the causes of ill mental health among the youth in the Upper West region.
80% of the youth are into tramadol. If you go around in town, you can see bases where almost every youth is sitting down taking tramadol, so which is very, very, very bad in the region.
The Wa Circuit Court has convicted and sentenced Saidu Al-Hassan to a fine of 2,000 penalty units, or in default, he will serve 3 years imprisonment. The decision by the court is to serve as a deterrent to persons who engage in the illicit drug business. Reporting for Citi News, my name is Latif Mahama. Wa